Oh my God, I'm starting off with a cardinal. I have a cardinal in my backyard. That is so rare. This cardinal is an Illinois bird. Look at the crown. Oh, he's blown away. He's blown away. We're having heavy winds and rain here. This is Tucson, Arizona, and this is Gene, and I do a lot of YouTube filming of birds, and he's right... Oh, no, there's another one. This is something unusual. To get these birds this close, usually it's very difficult to zoom in at the right time. But I'm bringing my film in here from Tucson, Arizona, and this is the bird that I very rarely see. You see the crown on his head. He doesn't want to stay in one spot. But I'm in the middle of while we wait for this guy, I'm in the middle of reconstructing my birdhouse. This is Gene's birdhouse, and I'm giving you a close-up of where the mirrors are inside the birdhouse. And the birdhouse is actually constructed of styrofoam, and it's constructed of wood. And I am adding a upper deck for these guys. And I am moving around here because I'm trying to put on my background follow-up, which is doo-wop music. I don't want to cut the camera off because I don't want to, there it is, I don't want to piece it together. I'd rather make it one piece. Sorry for the interruption there. Okay, there's two birds now on my birdhouse. When I play this again, which will be Gene's Birds number 7, there will be an upper level. You can see there's nothing up there. So the birds will be able to feed on the third level on this Pollock birdhouse, and the color green will be added with white. So I will have all the colors. I have the blue now, as you can see, the yellow and orange, and there's going to be a green, and that will add to the architecture of this house. As you notice, even the post is painted blue. How many posts do you see in birdhouses are blue? I have to feed these birds, but they're looking for food, and all my feeders are empty. It's in the afternoon. Normally, I've got 2 minutes gone already. Normally, there's a lot of feed and there's a lot of birds around, but they seem to be here anyway, even though there's no food. I am going to zoom in again on this one particular bird. The reason I started the film again today is there's a quail in the yard, and that is really rare. The quails are just about done now. There's still a few hanging around in Tucson, Arizona, but normally about 2 weeks ago, the quails, they're still running around our streets all over. It's a beautiful bird, and he was on the wall, so I thought I'd start again, and now I see, you can see the wind is really getting bad. I don't know what's going on. We don't usually have wind like this time of year. I'm going to have to make this a short film because the birds have left again. It's very hard to film birds when they decide to come and go, except when I have a lot of feed. So what I'm going to do is cut this off. Oh, there's the quail. I'm going to leave. I'm going to bring this guy in. Okay, he's down with another quail. They've got 2 quails together. If I can only find them now. They're right down by the bottom of the post, which I'll go down there. There they are. Okay, there's one quail there. You see him. And there he is. It's hard to follow birds. You try it. It's not easy because they just like to move around and feed. And there's 2 quails, and I don't see the babies right now. That's unusual. They must be hiding the babies. You know, I've said before, there's always the coyote to be worried about, because quail's worst enemy is our Arizona coyote. They love to eat the babies, and that's why the quails change their nests, and they relocate as soon as they have the babies as to avoid areas. There he is. Okay, you see he's moving. He's got that crown. It's a bird that they're fast. They can fly a little bit, but not too far. But they're fast, and they visit my yard. I have a very large yard in the back here. There he is. It's not easy to follow these birds, but I really enjoy it. It's a sport. Now I'm going to show you one up on my roof. There he is. You see that? Isn't that a beautiful bird? He's looking around. He's looking around. I think he'll be back with his babies. Now that is a beautiful bird. Light blue breast, the crown, and you see the speckled feathers. And I'm bringing a close-up. And he doesn't like the wind either. But he's up there looking around and posing for me. Thank you, Mr. Quail. Very seldom do they do that. They usually run around on the yard and on the wall. I'm trying to hang on to this pose he's got. There he is. That is really a good shot of him. This is not easy. Luckily he's not moving. I'd rather him just stay there and move around. He'll be back because he's scouting right now. He's a smart. Quails are very smart birds, and they know how to protect their young. And sometimes you see him crossing our streets with about 8 or 9 babies, and I think there's one guy who wants to get in the way there. Get out of the way! You're spoiling my bird. These others are cactus wrens, which is our state bird, and we would have liked to have the roadrunner, but New Mexico got that bird. But the cactus wren's a nice bird, and there he is, perched again. I guess this particular movie is going to be a lot about the quail, because it is very difficult to find a quail that is going to stand and talk around like that. He's talking. He's just posing for me. And this is rare. I really enjoy this. This is quite a challenge to get him that. My zoom is finally working. This Canon zoom, it works when it wants to. I don't recommend Canon. I really don't. I thought they'd be good. Now it's side view. Now he's fluffing his feathers and looking around again. You see the light brown crown on his head. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful bird. And his wing and his tail sort of half hidden on the wall. But the reason the camera moves is because of the wind. It's sort of hard to train a bird when they... Well, now this is pretty good now. But that is our Arizona quail. It's a beautiful bird, and I'm going to see what's going on over here by the... there's a suet cage. You can buy these at Walmart for a couple of dollars, and the suets are $1 a cake. And the birds just love the suet. Why, I don't know. I go through 50 pounds of birdseed a week, but the suets I'll go through 6 or 7 a week because they last a little longer. And the big birds can feed on that, which is good because the little birds, they feed like on bird bells. There's a bird bell. There's one feeding now. He's sitting there, and that old quail is still up over there, and he looks so pretty. I don't know why. I guess I'm going to see more quail. It looks like it because he's not going anywhere. He's just happy as hell up there. I don't know. I don't understand. But I can get him real close. Like there's one guy right up here. He's perched under my awning again. They love to do that. They're familiar with my yard now, and they don't care what... I am like a few feet from these birds, and they just don't care. They're used to me. Where before I'd come up to the window and they'd fly away. So here's one. A lot of these pictures, you're not going to get close-ups the way I want it, because first of all, the sun is gone again. In Arizona, there's only 1 or 2 days a year there's no sun. There's a restaurant in town that will give you a free lunch if the sun doesn't come out, and they're in Tucson. And he's still doing that. He's downtown Tucson. He'll give you a free lunch, which means we have sun every day here. I'm sorry, Seattle, but it looks like we have... Now this guy here has got he's got his head buried. Oh, this is funny. He's burying his head inside the bell because I didn't strip the bell the way I should have. And he's taking the nose out. You can see his rear end. He's going. That's funny. They do the funniest thing. You see that? Isn't that funny? He's going to get caught in there. He wants that seed so bad. He's going to take a nosedive. You see where the cardboard should have been stripped from? That's funny. That is hilarious. Birds do the funniest things when they're hungry. I guess anybody would. You see that? There's hardly anything to him. It's so funny. Oh God, oh God, oh God. And he's looking around to see if he's coming along. Now look at him. He's going to fall right in. I know. Oh, now we've got 2 quail on the wall. You see that? I guess they are scouting. There's 2 quail. Now that's rare to have 2 quail I don't care how long we're running. We're running 9 minutes. You know, I'm going to have to dump this pretty soon. You usually don't. I'm going to have to dump these quails. Oh, there's 3 quail. Oh my God, I never had 3 quail in one time. I'm going to have to dump it because otherwise they won't upload this. Sorry. Have a nice weekend. This is Gene from Tucson, Arizona, one of the greatest places in the world to live. All they need is an ocean. I love you guys. Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Quail.